Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily checkity check. Sounds a little echoey in here today. Sorry about that. I'm moving, so empty space here. So let's get right into it, starting with your Kali Oracle card. What do we need to know today? Bluetara, number 17. Sweet Mother of Peace now bestows her gifts of clarity, peace, and the power to overcome any negative condition. Just as the beautiful lotus grows from muddied waters, so too shall you arise from confusion, difficult circumstances, and heavy energies into sacred blossoming. If you feel held back or slowed down by your circumstances, remember that your soul has the ability to process all experiences and become stronger, not weaker. Through doing so, the oracle indicates healing and a positive prediction for a peaceful future. To me, this is speaking of mental and emotional blocks that we have, beliefs that we have about trauma, and unwanted experiences, and how they can have an impact on your life and create this sense of, I can't get over this. And staying in that wounded space, or moving into, this has provided me an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, more capable. So it's how do you want to use what happens? How do you want to use the experiences you have to do? I feel like an old way is it happens, some type of trauma or a series of traumas, because you're stuck in a cycle unconsciously, making choices that keep you in that cycle unconsciously, and creating more and more trauma for yourself, which creates more and more confusion, and trying to understand and trying to make sense of it all and trying to find the exit. And so it feels like you have, you're making more conscious choices the higher your vibration rises, and stepping out of that old way of being of this is a wound I carry around with me. Instead, it's like, how can I heal that in a way that I can turn it into something useful, transform it, transmute it. That's the magic part of, at least the magic of the information coming in on the light that I am tuning into. So, all right. Get a start on your reading for today. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. In the past, Roy, right out of the gate, huh? 3 of Swords. Painful. Heartbreak. Interesting. I'm getting that it's swords, but it has to do with your heart space. So it's perceptions that you had, beliefs that you had, perspectives that you had, it feels like in regards to what I've been tuning into so far, how the beliefs don't match with having loving connections. That's a little foggy. Let's see what else. So this is typically betrayal, third party, someone choosing someone else, or choosing something else. Disappointment, things not going as expected. Oh, okay. Okay, this is talking about feminine, divine feminine energy. There was guys, how can I say, an awakening in the force. There was an invitation from light. There were shifts in the frequencies, and the right timing. This is the right time where humanity can co-create great expansion and shifts. To do so, all these old ways of perceiving things had to fall aside. And so a lot of people are being separated from, in the old energy, going, the way you ran things was very clear. I'm having a tough time communicating this shift. There's some type of there's some type of block right now. Sometimes it's hard for me to explain how expansive and different this new energy is, because it is so new and different. I'm experiencing it in a much broader point of view. So basically, in the past, you had to go through this heartache, this very difficult, painful situation, as the divine feminine was being tapped on the shoulder. It's time to wake up. It's time to remember the power of the divine feminine. It's time to bring divine feminine energy into its rightful place in the 3D, balancing out masculine and feminine energies. For so long now, we've been exploring a masculine dominated society. And it's time for a healing and a balancing. And that started happening in the past, as this divine feminine energy started flowing at a higher vibration, waking people up to goddess energy, nurturing, loving, caring, oneness. Old structures had to fall away. And the divine feminine energy sparked in each person who wanted this ride, who signed up for this receiving of this divine feminine spark. Boy, again, it just starts disappearing. when I'm tuning into it. That's very interesting. Usually I tune into it and I just get tons of messages. This is a real big picture of what's going on energetically for the collective. A new way of holding the light, the temple within instead of outside structures. That's where the key for success is. Wow. Instead of asking people from outside of you and allowing how people perceive you to be your guidance. How I'm going to make decisions is based on how everybody else is perceiving me. Old way, new way. I'm grounded. I'm attuned to my energy. I know what's my energy and what's not. I listen to my guidance. At the end of each day, I release everything that happened during that day, let go of my storyline, let go of my ego, let go of my name, let go of any attachments I made during the day, any attachments to outcomes. Just lay in bed and just drop everything. There's nothing to worry about. And then in the morning, waking up, basking for appreciation, for another shot that day, opening your eyes, getting another day to explore this beautiful world. And then receiving guidance of what to do. I think there's a letting go of agendas. When you get really in your mental body and need to control and plan everything out, you shut off experiences that the universe wants to come in and help and make it easier. To you, you might say like, oh, this company was supposed to work for me, but they backed out. Oh my gosh, something is going wrong. That's not how it was supposed to happen. And instead, the universe is like, right, so stay in a positive frame of mind. Well, that's new. That's unexpected. Okay, what do I need? What now? I feel like you are learning how to accept, not get overwrought by your emotions and your disappointment that of a lack of control. You're accepting a lack of control that you have and realizing what you do have control over. All right, I accept that this was not my plan, that this company can't work with me. However, there must be something better. I can't worry about this. What can I do about this? I'm going to start, what can I do? Okay. And then I feel like there's this new way of the way you mentally operate with things and think about things. It's a mature way. It's not getting so caught up in your emotions. There's something about feeling your emotions and not carrying them with you, feeling your emotions, processing them, releasing them, taking what information you can use from that, accepting what's happened. I feel like that's a big part. I accept I'm right where I am. Now, it feels like you're getting better at making decisions with this guidance, this new way of, yeah, it feels healthier. Feels like you're getting a lot of practice to use your discernment right now. All right, in current energies is the Lovers. Oftentimes people see this card as a decision. maybe that's another decision that you're learning how to, another gear. Who has access to your space? I'm getting that it's not just who. So situations arise and you used to just let them in and let them fester and worry about them and try to shift the energy of something you can't control in here and get really frustrated and waste a lot of your energy on something that isn't a good use of your time. What I'm getting is you have learned some discernment about who you're going to allow access, real close access. You know, what type of friend are we? What type of connection are they? Have they proved through the test of time and how comfortable I feel they're allowed in that inner circle, friendly. I prefer them not in my experience and not allowed, something like that, like a nesting dolls of how you allow people in. I feel like what you're learning now is that you have in the past let situations in too close, given them too much, given your power away to situations, entities, businesses, where I feel like now you're more flexible and able to adapt, less clinging on. So your attachment style, you're like, okay, we're working together. We're not, okay, detach. I'm not going to get spiteful and waste my energy on that. It didn't work. Probably because something better is on its way that I just can't see because I'm working with the universe. Everything that happens is for my greater good. There's a trusting and a surrender. You might be having difficulty sleeping at night. Some of you are, as your vibration is rising, you're starting to get more of that 4D type of energy, interdimensional, between dimensions. It could be a little crazy making as your senses wake up, whatever your special senses are. It's safe. It's okay if you wake up in the middle of the night. Can you comfort yourself and accept, I'm up in the middle of the night. I accept this is my reality. I'm not going to fight this. That's also a lot of resistance, a lot of resistance that you're releasing. Feels like as you've been trying to control an outcome and things and people outside of you, there's this resistance to what is going to happen or where most of the energy is flowing instead of going with the flow. Literally, I'm seeing like I know what I want to happen, and if it goes with the flow, if you're aligned with the flow of the universe, then it all works out. But if you're trying to create a side hustle with your energy that's not aligned and you're trying to control an outcome from an egoic standpoint, it just churns you up. It exhausts you. If you're exhausted right now, releasing some energy, releasing resistance would be good. Interesting. Some of you have got a bit of a moral quandary coming up in your energy. Taking a look at what you value for yourself. Am I tame? Am I wild? Am I free? Am I at peace? Are there hidden parts of me that I'm still refusing to see? Am I magic? Am I intuitive? I feel like you're looking at different aspects of who you are, trying to decide. So when something comes into your world, because you know yourself so well, it's easier to make decisions. The more you're willing to look at other aspects and ask the question, what do I value? Not what are the values that I subscribe to so I can fit into the society and fit into my family, but really, honestly, what do I value as a being? So as ascension goes along, you're going to see more and more aspects of who you are. There's wanted and unwanted. Accepting that too. I accept all parts of me. Ooh. So how you accept aspects of you that you do not care for, in the same way you become whole, the same way that you invite people who you trust into the inner circle. There's kind of the inner circle of your energy. I accept and love and care for all aspects of myself, past, present, future, the complete totality, the wanted and unwanted expressions of who I am. If your center spot, your center point is aligned, that's what I'm going to align with. That's being in the driver's seat. That's seniority. I want to be senior in my space and love and take with me all of who I am. However, there are parts of me I'm not going to allow to drive. Does that make sense? Don't leave parts of you behind. This is definitely a challenging time. It's there's a lot of shifts. I feel like there's some challenging energy in your space. Let me get some clarification about how you're responding to this challenging energy. The sun. Yeah. Your vibration's so high. It feels like you have chosen to keep your vibration really high, and it just, whatever comes up that's difficult, boy, you're not matching that energy. You're choosing. So what I'm getting is someone who's choosing your own energy, have seniority in your space, you have agency over your body, your life. And people who used to be able to steer your emotions, and you'd feel very out of control and powerless and defenseless because they knew what buttons to push, they knew how to gaslight you, they knew how to manipulate you and kind of steer you. And I feel like those type of energies show up now, and there's just, you're going so quickly through, disappointment. I feeling that. Okay, so it's got my attention. So you're not holding on to that disappointment. You're feeling, or frustration or whatever comes up. You're just like, all right, my attention has been gotten. This deserves my attention. Okay, I accept what's happening. This is what's happening. What do I need to do now? This reminds me of movies like, boy, 2 Matt Damon movies are coming up. The type of, so Jason Bourne, like the Bourne Identity movies, and also The Martian, where Matt Damon's characters have just issue after issue coming down the pike at him, and he's able to see what's going on, instantly switch, accept this is what's happening, and then switch into a response. And just whatever comes up, okay, so that's what I'm getting. You're in a whole different level right now. Superhero of seniority, understanding how to really use your focus in a way that's powerful and empowering. Wow, gosh, I feel so spacey today. I hope you guys are tuning into this. Maybe with moving, I don't know. I have no idea how this is going to land. This is such a unique energy that I'm tuning into. All right, in the center of your reading is the King of Wands. Fun. Dancing. Pleasure. Let's have some fun. This is a blast. Oh my God, this feels youthful. This feels like the teenage freedom, when you are so focused on pleasure. Pleasure seeking. I'm also getting, I'm seeing the 4 wands. So this also has like the 4 of wands feel in this card. It's so celebration, coming together, really celebrating a victory. Okay, and now it feels like your guides are just already celebrating. There's something you're really close to. Days, weeks, month, you're really close to just this shift, so close that your guides are already, it feels like they're tailgating, pre-game celebration. I feel like what you've part of what you've been doing to keep your vibration high is you've been matching and mirroring the energy of your guides more than the fear and anxiety and focusing and matching and mirroring whatever you perceive as blocks in your environment. You are shifting from focusing on what does not serve you to focusing on what does serve you. So as difficult as this time is right now with shifts in the environment and transitions, I feel like you are often times tuning into your guides. Wow. Yeah, you've manifested this. This is what you've asked for. You've got everything that you need. God, again, I get this hold my beer from the universe. You've done the work. You've put in the work. You've worked on pentacles, wands, swords, cups. You follow the guidance. You've found alignment. You've found non-alignment. You found alignment. You found non-alignment. You found, so you know when you're in alignment and when you're not. Oh, this is about your power too. You've taken your power back. You're deciding where you focus your thoughts, your energies, and you realize the power of your focus, and that you no longer will give your power away by focusing on those who don't deserve your energy. You're wanting to focus now, where am I going to focus my attention to really create, co-create with the universe? You've got such inner strength. This has been about realizing your own power. You've had to let go of situations, people, entities, beliefs where you were giving away your power. This started with divine feminine. You might be a feminine or run divine feminine energy, and you have realized how you have given away your power, or you are a masculine who has never learned how to hold space for themselves in their divine feminine. Same with non-binary. However you identify, these are energies that you have learned how to harness and heal the toxic aspects of toxic feminine traits and toxic masculine traits, and healing within you that inner nurturer, realizing where true strength comes from. True strength does not come from how you can control your environment and control those around you and make them fear you so you can control their behavior. That's old school. That's an old toxic masculine demonstration of a misconception of what strength and power is. True strength and power is being exhibited here by the divine feminine, how having control over your emotions, how working with universal forces and divine forces pretty strong. Real power, real strength. Wow. All right. Your challenge right now is judgment. Definitely getting that calling, higher self. As situations arise that are out of your control, you're going to be tempted to fall back into an old way of being. Just keep going forward. What the difficulties, obstacles, however you want to perceive them, as they're arising right now in your space, they are purposely showing up in your space. A lot of decisions, a lot of activity, a lot of having to make choices. This is you integrating and putting the rubber to the road. This is you proving to yourself that all that you've been imagining and thinking about of who you are, it's time to put that into action. Make 3D decisions and choices based upon the new perspective that you have. Yeah, this is a new opportunity. This is a new life, new place, new beginning. Very tangible. It's about manifesting your dreams into the 3D. This is about growing and nurturing. Definitely feels like a new beginning for your abundance, for your health, wealth, finances. Feel like you're going to get a new way of perceiving abundance, a more energetic perspective, letting go of old energies, perspectives, not enoughness, scarcity, lack, fighting over resources. There's plenty for everybody. There's more than enough for everybody. Where are these beliefs coming from? Why are we perpetuating them? Why are we perpetuating the fear instead of the reality? Why are we looking for God and then, wow, trashing the earth? Feels like there's a shift. Boy, this got real earth-loving energy. There's a shift about abundance. I feel like that's I feel like part of what's coming down the pike that you might not understand. I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is a lot bigger than you can imagine. And so the guidance is to allow better than expected. Can you allow the energy of better than expected into your space right now, today? What would that feel like? Activate that. Do you remember times when something turned out better than expected? You took a test and you were worried, you would get a low grade, and instead you just nailed it. I mean, that feeling when you're getting that paper is being handed in and you're like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. What else? Better than expected memories, like getting that energy activated in your space. I've gone on countless vacations, and because I was still kind of, I really didn't, it was hard for me to land in the vacation spot. And when I finally did, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm finally here. I'm not worrying about my life. This is so amazing. I didn't plan this. I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know how perfect this is for me. It all fell in my lap. Do you remember times when people have shown extraordinary generosity, and so all of a sudden you were unable to do something and then you're able? That's the feeling. If you stay in that long enough, then you can kind of start to feel that energy flowing through you and resonating. If you have no idea and you're like, nothing good's ever happened, that's not true. It's just so unactivated in your space. It's not, if you've never had an experience, whatever it is you're wanting, can you activate that in your space? Is it activated in your space? And then bask in the energy like you already have it. Start allowing yourself to perceive as that energy is coming close to you, whatever it is that you're wanting. Before it gets to you, you're going to start seeing others in your experience start to receive what it is you want. And instead of getting jealous or envious, you can be like, it's getting closer. I'm wanting, fill in the blank, love, a connection, a loving connection. Out there, no, at first, nobody is really that has those kind of connections either. And then all of a sudden your friends, people getting closer and closer, your neighbor found someone, love of their life, it's amazing. Another friend found someone. And instead of getting envious and exaggerating those pictures of loneliness and things don't happen to me, it's getting closer. I am so happy for those people. I'm going to be happy like this too. I'm moving into the land of what I'm wanting. I'm noticing it getting closer to me. I appreciate the signs of what I'm wanting getting closer to me. We are moving out of the energy of competition and lack, not enough for everyone. And that's how you do it. When you see people who inspire you, allow them to inspire you instead of trigger you into jealousy, and notice, ooh, I'm feeling green envy, the envy monster. I'm going to allow myself to feel that, but then I know too much now that I don't have to be envious and want to win and beat this person and be competitive. I'm going to switch to appreciation. This person, I'm so glad they found something. It's inspired in me that I want that too. It's letting me know I want that too. So I'm going to appreciate and say so it's a different way of running your energy. I think that makes sense. So a lot of different messages coming in today. All right, one last. Yeah, you're moving away from that Five of Cups. Oh, I love this. So this is kind of the typical Five of Cups. And then vice versa, this is the side that came up for you. You're realizing, yeah, the Five of Cups the 3 cups have spilled, but the 2 cups, I can see the 2 cups and a new opportunity for love. Feel like you value, feel like you learned a lot about yourself through experiencing the 5 of Cups. Feels like a lot of learning about attachments, how you attach, and sometimes how you attach to things that aren't for your highest and greatest good. There's so much wisdom coming through. All right. That's your reading. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. Bye.